Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back. We're doing some Ultimate Admiral here, and we've got a little bit of an attention problem, I would say, given that we are trying to wage war. But the targets that we're actually hitting at the moment are all like small stuff. But I think we'll be in a good position. Just kind of expanding a little bit while we get our fleets over here, and we will hope that the battleship we have en route isn't going to get attacked when it's by itself. So, but we'll see how this goes. Nothing too crazy yet. Oh, nice. Starting to pull that. Yep. There we go. I do want that, but I think we have to actually have to make sure we aren't spreading ourselves so thin that we can't get anything else done, you know? So see if we can't start protecting some of our stuff. Mostly trade convoys, but you know. And speaking of trade convoys, I noticed someone had said that I didn't need to get I didn't need to keep my transport capacity up to 200%. I think, at least for now, I'm going to leave it as is, and I'll do some more research kind of off camera and see how that exactly is going to work. Because there's no point spending money there if we don't have to, but I'm also, like, I know that we get bonuses to our economy when it's above 100%, so and like when we're in a war, obviously, like, we're losing transports, not massive numbers of transports, but we are losing some. So I would very much love to not lose transports. I don't have to, and be able to very quickly make up any losses. that we get. So. Ooh. Fantastic. We're growing our little empire. I say little. It's not super small, but not the biggest empire in the world either. I think this one will fight. One heavy cruiser that's roughly the same size as our two light cruisers, and we have a torpedo boat. I like my odds, I'm not gonna lie. The low fuel is not fantastic, but I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. To the southwest. I thought it was to the northwest. My bad. Oh, there we go. He is headed towards me, which is going to be good. Alright, I mean, we're kind of starting things off here. Those landed closer than I wanted. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get us a little bit into torpedo range, and then try and come up and make a hard turn to kind of come up alongside them and see if we can't get our torpedoes kind of in a good position to attack. I feel like we only launched one there, but I think that's gonna hit. Should hit. Yeah, there we go. Did okay. I mean, it's not a lot of damage here, right? But we got some engine damage on them. Hopefully, that'll let our light cruisers kind of come up. Because let's be honest, our light cruisers are really our kind of quote-unquote heavy guns in this engagement. See if we can't get off more than a single torpedo this time, too. That would be nice. Several more multiple. I got one done. Oh, good hits there. On kind of the backside, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's all right. We'll say with this kind of slow dance with this single torpedo boat, it is why I like having a lot of torpedo boats in fleets when I can manage it, because it just makes getting that like first and second strike, instead of having 1 or 5 or whatever torpedoes, you're gonna have 6 or a dozen torpedoes and just really hammer it home. You don't have this kind of long, slow operation where they can, hit you and destroy your torpedo boats a lot easier. Like that. We got one good hit in and we're just kind of cooked over here. I was hoping for those torpedoes to come in a little bit further ahead, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yep. I think we're going to lose this torpedo boat, unfortunately, but cold logic of the math says that while that is, not amazing, it's still infinitely better than the heavy cruiser that the Chinese are going to lose here. So. Yeah, they're slowly pumping that water back out. Alright, we'll speed up time here a little bit. Alright, finally got our cruisers in position here. slowly getting underway again. Well, I thought it'd be a little bit more exciting over here, but we'll get there. I like destroying the torpedoes. We're not firing. There we go. I'm starting to worry about that. There we go. Fantastic. And we didn't even lose our torpedo boat, which will be good for our fleet out here in China. Fantastic. Alright, we're losing some in West Indian Ocean, West Africa. Not amazing. Again, I would love to, but yeah, no, I want to, but just don't think we can divert forces there. Got boilers and special machinery next month, and I think we just had unlocked light cruisers, so we might do another light cruiser design. Well, we might not. I do know that as soon as these two battleships come off the line, we're going to be spamming a bunch of new torpedo boats, that's for sure. Get those things upgraded and in position. But at the moment, we have a little convoy here. We'll, I mean, if we can, we'll go for this battleship, but honestly, I think it would be better to try and just hit some transports and be on our way. Our cruisers, great as they are not really meant for taking on battleships. So that's it's a bit of a tall order. So we won't give that to them. We'll do some raiding here. And to cover a little bit more ground, we'll do abreast rather than in line. Just to try and hopefully get a bit more detection range going. Having said that, it only works if we actually find the enemy. Northwest. So we have circled around behind them somehow. Interesting. Well, this may be a fruitless search, but we're going to try it. Oh, here we go. Fantastic. Oh, got some return fires, so that'll be the battleship. Oh no, their transport ships are armed. Interesting. I think at the moment that the fog that rolled in is actually helping us more than it's helping them. Just because of just how much fire they have. That guy is likely to go down, but I'll admit I was not expecting armed transports, so that's a bit of a nasty surprise. That one is dead. I think we'll see about maybe like one more and then break off. Like maybe we're pushing it with that battleship here, but on the other hand, the whole point is to take out some of these guys, so I won't
like it looks like this battleship may be trying to come in for close quarters, in which case our torpedoes might be able to have a say in this matter, which I would not be objecting to. Torpedo at this guy and skedaddle. Not gonna lie, the fact that two light cruisers are going toe-to-toe and winning against a battleship is definitely not something that I expected to be saying today. I'll take it. I'm definitely not going to complain. And I guess this is going to be that evidence of tech superiority coming into play, but still not something I thought I would say. Turn. It's gonna head a little bit further back, I think. Yep. And that's what I wanted to see. Good middle shot. Oh, I think we got her, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that battleship is sunk, even if she don't know it yet. Yeah. Yeah, that second torpedo is what we needed. There we go. Alright, we're out of here. I was gonna go for transports, but I think with the volume of guns that they have, I don't want to do it with just two light cruisers, so we'll let their transports go, but we'll sink that battleship. And we'll call it there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll call it this episode here. Let me know about that transport thing a little bit more. And I'll do some research off camera as well, see what we can figure out, maybe free up some money. So, as always, comments, tips, suggestions are welcome in the comment section, and I will see you all next time. Dragonheart Signing off.